Well, I'm back again, my YouTube friends. Let me just turn this oscillating fan off. I'll just leave the other one on until I get to the other side of the grow room. And this is what you call Manic Tuesday today, because I'm in work tomorrow, and I'm always anxious on a Tuesday that I at least water. Well, they'll be watered again before I go to work tomorrow, but these are some of the mounted orchids here. And this is my little Lodder Jessie, although I've put my name down with Roger of Roger's Orchids to see whether I can get his Lodder Jessie. I've struggled with this one for about 3 years, I think, and it actually does like this mount, so whether or not it'll grow for me I don't know. This is my Dendrobium Williamsii. This is the Lamellatum, and there, just at the back there, is a new growth, so I'm chuffed about that. This is the Tetragonum. That's that new growth there. That's that other one just coming out there. So they do get a good soak with rainwater. That's my tropical pointer there, and so I don't hang them up straight away. And the reason I don't hang them up straight away is because of the drip effect. And as you know, this morning I've had some live sphagnum moss out of the garden, and what I've done is I've actually mounted the remounted the Phalaenopsis species ones, and this one is a deciduous one. And I don't know whether you can see there, just at the end of this root that's sticking out, there's a new green root just emerging. And I thought to myself, ooh, I'm so chuffed about that. And so I've put this live sphagnum moss on there. Simple reason being that they do dry out so quickly. And this is the other little one. And of course I've not watered these two because the moss is wet, and this is the little Parisiae, and it's got a little keiki there. It's sent out, and the keiki has got a new leaf formed, so I'm really chuffed with that one. And this one here, which I've just mounted, Mediocalcar, I just thought I'd actually just hang it there. So let me just go round here, try and not, where's it going to focus back again? There we go. And the reason I'm just hanging it there is because there's the other fan behind me. Let me just switch that fan off. There we go. Sorry about that. It's like an obstacle course in here, isn't it? So I shall have to be careful. And this is the Scrophioglottis, and that's one of those. I'm in two minds yet, but the only thing is it's got some of the roots down tucked inside. But that gets watered every day. Well, it has to, because it's only on that little flimsy mount. And the newcomers are doing fine. These are watered every single day, without fail. They have to be. That's the first thing I do. Oh, I've put this one there. That reminds me, I must take that downstairs. That's the other cutting of the Dendrobium falcorostrum. I need to put that into some bark. This is the Neo falcata. Oh no, Sonder. Vanda falcata, Shootano. And that's doing fine. Well, actually, everything's doing wonderful. I can't believe my luck, really. And even the two little species, Tolumnias. Oh dear, I will get it right one day. That one, believe it or not, whether it'll come into focus, probably not, that's got a new little centre leaf. That was the largest of the keikis. Now they have to be watered every day. This is the other one, this is the mother one. And it doesn't look as healthy, does it? It has dropped one old leaf, and that little cakey there gets hydrated by virtue of being watered every day. I shall just have to reserve judgment on this one, whether or not it's going to survive. With a bit of luck it will do. You know, it's one of those things. Sometimes you're not always in control, and what can you do about it? And this is the Vanda miniata, and that's got the little tiny shoot, flower bud there. The baby angel over there, and you've got the Sidendenfinia over there. That's doing really well. And this is the other cutting of the Vanda peaches. And like I say, oh, let me just turn that fan around, that humidifier around. These are watered every single day, and I'm assuming come the summer they will need to be watered twice a day. Oh, let me just see if I can squeeze in there and give you a little close up. That's the one that I've just put in the aquarium. Again, terrarium. Oh, what am I like? And that's that moss, and you'll see it's tilted. I've got that little glass vase tilted, and there's just a slight residue of water there. So I've not got the lid on, because to have the lid on it'll have to be flat. But while the humidifier's on, I've left it off. So with a bit of luck, that will be fine. And this looks promising. Phalaenopsis tetraspis. Whether or not it is, I've no idea. And to watch myself on this table. Right, so what I did with those two little square pots yesterday, I planted up the Dendrobium a day with lava rock, sphagnum moss and some orchiata bar, because we're coming into this growing season now, and that means that these dendrobiums will be in full growth, and they'll need to absorb quite a lot more water. And if I put that back up there, and the same I did yesterday with the Dendrobium chrysotoxum. And when I took this out of the container it was in, this one has still got the original root ball, and it is absolutely jam-packed solid. So I thought, well, there's no good, I'm not going to tattle this. I mean, you'll see during the winter months it's dropped all these leaves off here, and I could have done it really splitting this, but as it's not flowered yet, and let me just turn that humidifier on. As it's not flowered yet, but it's showing signs of buds developing down the sides here. Can you see them there? I thought, well, I'd leave well alone, and because I need this one to. There was another one there. Can you see the swelling there? I need this one to give me some indication that it's going to flower, and so I didn't want to disturb the roots. And here we go with the what's it? Oh, the Laelia. Come on, focus. This is the new growth there on the Laelia rubescens, and that's still hydrated from yesterday, so I'm really chuffed with that one. That just sits there, and even this Laelia autumnalis, that bud there is is sending out new roots now, so that's an indication to me that the bud, the pseudobulb develops and then the roots come after. So, and this just of course sits here in this little container, but that gets watered every day. I think I've watered it today. I tell you, there's such a lot that you have to do once it goes into this growing season. And here we are. This is the goodness gracious, I shouldn't have brain freeze. It's the Angraecum sesquispedale, and that's doing wonderful. This one also, this is the Crew Momentum, and that's got new growth, and I've also emptied some of the lava rock and put some orchiata bark and also some sphagnum moss just to help that stay a little bit more hydrated. What I've got to do this weekend is look at this dendrobium, that's thyssiflorum, and I'm not sure at the moment what's happening with that one, so it's about time it usually starts to waking up at this time. So with a bit of luck I will be able to check that this weekend. Excuse the noise, it's school time is over now and people are coming picking the children up. Right, this one here is the Gatton Sunray. There's a new growth there, so I'm chuffed about that one. And the obstacle course, let me just show you now if I can just get here. Now this is the what's it called? No, sorry, it's the Orchids falcata. Right, and of course it's got this root. And that root, I was so disappointed because that root there died on me, didn't it? But look, we've got a new root. And I'm just wondering, you know, if I can take it that close, whether it'll focus for me. I don't think that that is a root. And the reason I don't think it's a root is because it's coming out in sections. Now I could be wrong, and it's not got a green tip, it's got a coloured tip, and I'm thinking that is a flower inflorescence. So if it is, I am absolutely over the moon because they're absolutely gorgeous. So we've got a green tip there now, and we've got that, whatever it is, extending quite rapidly. So the big cattleyas were all fed and watered yesterday. This is my Epicattleya Alatilio Santa Maria. This gets watered virtually every day with the mounts, and gets fed as well. And let's have a look down in that corner. Of course, we've already done the Fias Tankenvillia and the Thunia bensonii that was added to with its media. I put some extra media in there and watered that. This is of course the Cymbidium. That's that second new growth. Oh, that's that original growth, and that's the other one, so that's coming on a treat there. I'm still struggling with this little M.E.s Orchids. It's still wanting to die back, and I'm going to have to put some dragon's blood on that. All the frags were watered on Saturday. They were all flushed through, so each one of them is fine. and the Pathiopedilums, they're doing fine. Now Ed's just recently done a video on his one of his repotting ones on his Pathiopedilum. And see that new root there? And this one here, I'd only got it in lava rock. And you'll notice that sphagnum moss is dry now. Well, it hasn't been wet. All I do is really just to gently spritz some water on that, just so that it actually gives it some humidity. And then, and this is the Pathiopedilum Bellinum by Rothschildianum, and then that just sits in that little glass vase there, and that allows the humidity. And it's only because we're coming into spring and the warmer weather, otherwise I wouldn't have attempted to put this in a media with sphagnum moss in it. And I think everything else, even up on this top shelf, let's have a look at this one, and there's that new growth on the longiflorum. So I think I'm in the wrong position to see whether there's any flower inflorescence coming out there yet. That's the big Frag Richteri, and like I say, everything's been watered. And if I come down here now, I'm restricting myself with this space, and I shouldn't be really. I should put things away. Right. J.O. Candy, Dendrobium J.O. Candy, and the two that were potted up this way, and can you see, to the left, just above the sphagnum moss, oh, just above the sphagnum moss is a new growth, and there is a new growth, and there is a new growth. So that tells me now that it should start and put down roots. So I'm chuffed about that. I have to be so careful because you know, we still, I know we're classed as spring here, but we're not actually out of the woods yet as far as a change in the weather, so I don't want to copiously water these and have them drenched. And what else I was going to show you? Oh, I've got quite a few of the Dendrobium phalaenopsis that are sending out new growths. So I'm chuffed about that, because these are quite hard to actually grow. There's another one here, and it lost all its leaves. I don't want, it'll let me come out. I'll have to lift it out with this glass vase. There, see? That cane. And yet it sent out those two, and there's another one a little bit further down. So whether it does this to adapt to its new environment, it aborts that cane and starts afresh, I have no idea, but you know, we'll take that. This is that little Falco rostrum, and I'm going to pot that up in a different media. And let's have a look at this one. I've just got this in some water, and this is the Cattleya 24 carat, and it's got that new growth there, and there's a little tiny, you probably won't see because I'm going to tilt it, it's near that little cane. There's a new growth actually starting there, so that that might, with a big M for might, be on the road to recovery. who knows, we've just got to take things as they come. And I think I'll finish now by bringing this little Phalaenopsis out here. And this is a little tiny, well, it's supposed to be miniature, but look at that leaf. Look at the size of the plant. But it is a little mini flower. I mean, it's very common, this. And this is a rebloom, so I'm chuffed to bits with that one now. And it sits on that shelf there. This other big one called Breeze, that's still in full flower. And that's the big one right up there. And that's the Crimomentum. That's been fed and watered, and that's got new growth starting. Don't know whether you probably won't see that, it's just by my finger there. That's the first of the new growths. And the big Dendrobium gracillicoli, that's got to come into active growth now. Now if I go round this way and get down on my knees, which is not easy these days. Right, so this is the last one I've finished with. And this is Pubicalyx, so it's Hoya Pubicalyx Black Dragon. And if you remember, this was the one that was in coconut husk. And I've repotted it. Now what did I see? That leaf there. I'm not sure what to do with that, or whether that's just part and parcel of it. And the growth that was growing up, I decided to bring it back down. And there we go. Well, that's one of them anyway. And because I've been onto the, I think it's Doug Chamberlain's channel, and they kind of wrap them round and wrap them round. So, but it's doing fine. He usually sits over there in that corner, and I've just brought it out today for you to all have a look at. And is there anything else? I don't think so. Nothing's catching my eye. And like I say, now it's work tomorrow, so these will all be put back. I'll be in the morning, and I should be doing the same routine again with the ones that are over above the window. They'll all have to be watered. They were watered yesterday. So I'll take my leave of you now. We're a bit dark here, aren't we? Because let's put the light on. And then there we go. So from me to you, take care. Bye bye now.